Welcome to LoL Tactics Guides, where we learn how to play like pro players. The purpose of this channel is to help League players elevate their gameplay by looking at how pro players make decisions. Today we will be analyzing LCK's GenG BDD's Orianna laning phase. First, let's look at his runes. The matchup is Orianna vs Akali. Since Orianna can bully Akali with auto attacks and poke with Qs, BDD chooses to run Scorch instead of Gathering Storm. If you have trouble CSing, make sure to go attack speed runes. Otherwise, go adaptive runes. The rest is standard Orianna runes. Phase Rush makes it easier to position in team fights and chase Akali in lanes. Now for sums, Heal will enable Orianna to win 2v2 fights and the movement speed given will allow Orianna to kite more easily. BDD starts Doran's ring in 2 pots because there will be little back and forth trading with Akali, otherwise, you may consider going Corrupting Pushin'. Now, you should be thinking about laning phase. Will he push the wave or simply last hit, and why so? Who will win trades level 1, level 2 etc. How will the trading patterns go? Keep in mind that Akali has teleport. Also, keep an eye on the enemy lanes, as their movements may reveal where Lee Sin started. Bot is leashing, which means Orianna should be hugging the top side around levels 2 and 3. In this matchup, pushing will allow Orianna to scout for vision and fight with his jungler. BDD decides to push. Notice how his Q touches the backline minion. Akali walks up for the CS, so BDD, knowing that she wants the CS, lands an easy Q. Lee Sin started red. We can see that their bot gave a leash. Also, the enemy top laner revealed early top side. Be aggressive and auto Akali when she goes for the CS. Notice how after every command auto attack, his next mouse click is to walk away from Akali. That is so Akali cannot retaliate and harass Orianna. Moving back and forth will add pressure on your opponent. He stays in a pocket where Orianna's auto attack can reach Akali when Akali is killing a minion. He predicts Akali's E after she last hit. Common trading pattern. Each jungle camps give 4 CS. To track the enemy jungler, divide his CS count by 4 and count how many camps he has done. He wards topside because the scuttle will spawn soon for his jungler. If the jungler has 14 CS, it means he has done around 3 camps. He Qs Akali when she's going for the CS. Dodges the E and notice that he is kiting upwards, as it is where his jungler is. Akali will go for the cannon next, make sure to punish her for doing that, and back off to drop minion aggro. Autos and target spells will drag minion aggro. Keep the position of the ball in the middle so you can hit your next Q. Orianna's Q is a skill shot, so it does not drag minion aggro. Akali has no ignite so BDD knows he will win the trade. Lee Sin showed bot so BDD can trade with confidence. Even if he didn't kill Akali, his harassing forces Akali to back. Now, he clears the wave so the turret will kill the ally minions and deny Akali gold. Lee Sin has 13 CS so we know he has done the 3 camps bot side. The only camp left bot side is the Scuttle Crab. Luckily, Akali has teleport so she does not miss any gold. His goal now is to crash the wave and back. Notice that he is still hugging the side of his jungler. Also, the next wave is a cannon wave so it will take more time for Akali to push. Luckily she is minion dematerializer. 13 plus 4 equals 17. Thus Lee Sin cleared 1 camp since last time he showed up. He buys Dark Seal and Mana Crystal. Mana Crystal will allow Orianna to dish in more Qs. He leaves the base with 70% mana, that is to catch more minions and hence collect more gold. Good players will find ways to maximize their gold income. Time the enemy flash by adding 5 minutes. He only ends up losing 2 minion experience out of 7, thanks to the cannon wave. Pay attention to how he CS's, ranged minions take 2 auto attacks and 1 turret shot to kill. The state of the lane indicates that the wave will slow push into Akali, for that reason, he shoves the wave. Tracking your jungler's movement can also tell where the enemy jungler will be. His jungler took all the camps top side, so the enemy jungler will most likely be bot side. Do not ward too deeply when the enemy jungler is missing. Back to harassing. Look how he placed the ball behind Akali, that is to deal damage with his E and proc phase rush. To maximize the use of Qs, try to hit the minions and Akali at the same time. His team wants to collapse on Lee Sin, so he hugs near bot side. Notice his experience bar, very close to level 6, in some cases, you can catch your enemy by surprise. He pushes the wave to get lane priority so he can help his team before Akali can. Watch out for Akali at level 6, that is when she may try to all in and kill you. Notice how far he is walking up, that is because he knows he can win trades and his team is here to support him. Position accordingly to harass Akali when she goes for CS under tower. Akali is now level 6, be mentally prepared for a fight. Instead of running towards his turret, he kites towards his jungler. Heal for movement speed. His quick decision-making nets him a kill on Akali. Always think about where the enemy jungler could be and play accordingly. Be prepared to react to a gank. After a kill, shove the wave to deny CS. He thinks about leaving 4 CS behind so the wave slow pushes towards him, but he realizes the minions were too low so he pushes. Once again the next wave is a cannon wave so when he comes back to lane he will lose less gold than if it were a normal wave. What would you buy in this case? He buys boots to get to lane faster and a pink ward for vision. If he had blue buff, he would have W'd to get back to lane faster. The cannon can take around 8 tower shots, which buys a lot of time for BDD to get back to lane. He only misses 2 minion experience. If he WD to get back to lane, he would have caught the cannon experience. The state of the lane indicates that the wave will slow push into Akali. For that reason, he shoves the wave. He places the pink bot side because there will most likely be a dragon fight. There are no big objectives top side yet. Where is the enemy jungler? Be mentally prepared to react to a gank. Since the enemy jungler started bot side, he will most likely be bot side when the camp respawns, which is around 7 minutes. Red and blue buff take 5 minutes to respawn. Top side is guarded by his jungler, so he can assume that Lee Sin will appear from the bot side. When expecting a gank from the enemy jungler, ping your jungler to help or play safe. His ally jungler hanged around mid in case he gets ganked, which happens. Also, looking at the map, mid was a lane that Lee Sin could gank. There was also the possibility of Lee Sin diving bot lane. With Lee Sin's ult down, there is very little kill pressure so he can play aggressively. He denies gold from Akali by zoning and takes turret plates at the same time. Forcing the enemy jungler to show up relieves pressure for your allies. Your allies can play aggressively without worrying about getting ganked. Now the rest is standard play. Here are the most important takeaways from watching BDD's gameplay. 1. Harass the enemy with Q when he is going to CS, to have more chance of hitting Qs. Place the ball in the middle of the lane. 2. Keep an eye on both junglers' movements. You can predict where the enemy jungler will be by counting his CS and by looking at available camps. 3. Maximize your gold income by crashing the minions after a kill, by basing on a cannon wave and by leaving base with 70% mana. And finally, keep track of enemy cooldowns by adding 5 minutes to after the enemy has used flash. Knowing their flash timers is crucial to landing shockwaves. That concludes today's episode on BDD's Orianna. If you learned something new, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. Good luck in solo queue.